Look at that, that's solid ice right there. You can't tell, but try skiing on that. Yeah, listen to that ice coming off the trees. We got sleet coming down right now. And it's very cold and icy conditions. Treacherous driving and even treacherous footing. So that ice is hitting the roof of my shed and should make a little bit of a drum beat. Well, shooters and reloaders, it's Fortune Cookie 45LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone, and I thought I'd show you and all the Three Circles passengers and members out there also. Hope you guys are having all a great holiday season, but I want to show you some new things in the Hot Lead Zone Express Three Circles. And what we've got here is mineral oil. Now, ever since Dave told me about the US Navy using mineral oil to take care of their metal, and that's against rust, I figure that's about as good a recommendation as you can get. So even if they have some new high-tech stuff, this is good stuff. So I went down to Walmart and cleaned them out. They had 6 bottles of this left, and they were like $2 a bottle. So I went ahead and just cleaned them out. If you go to Walmart and they're out of this, it might be the same Walmart store that I bought this from. But I'm going to use this to liberally take care of my reloading dies and all of my reloading presses. What you're hearing is ice coming off the trees above the shed, and they're hitting the top of the shed. That's what that rumbling is. But anyway, that's new to the shed. We don't have any shortage now of mineral oil in the cookie shack. Now, reloading dies. Nothing new there, right? But this is a 3-die set, obviously, a Lee, and it is in .375 Winchester caliber. And why the heck, Fortune Cookie, are you going to go ahead and be interested in a .375 Winchester? Well, it happens to be an upgrade of the old .3855 that was developed way back in the 1800s after the Civil War. And that was a .3855 developed by Ballard for target shooting at 100 and 200 and 300 yards. Very popular pastime in those days after the Civil War, target shooting. So the .3855 was developed to shoot in the Ballard rifles for target shooting, and it wasn't really developed for hunting, although it's credible against deer and black bear and hogs and things like that, but for other types of game it's underpowered. It's also a great, probably a military round, because when you're doing military applications, you're not looking at quick kills and this kind of thing. You're just looking at wounding. But we won't get into that. At any rate, the .3855 was the parent cartridge for the .30-30 Winchester, and we all know how popular the .30-30 Winchester is. In fact, probably one of the reasons why the .3855 isn't popular today is because of the offspring, the .30-30 Winchester. Well, it turns out that in the late middle 1900s, Winchester went ahead and upgraded the .3855 by making the brass stronger so that it could take, instead of the original 30,000 psi, it could go all the way up to 52,000 psi and therefore increase the performance, but still not enough to make it a real good game cartridge, although a .37 caliber bullet is always credible. And I wouldn't hesitate to use the .375 Winchester against hogs and deer and black bear, especially if we're shooting from blinds and this kind of thing. But the .3855 will be chambering into any .375 Winchester as well, so it'll take all .3855 rounds and the reverse isn't true though. Anyway, what makes this very plausible is the fact that I also got a bunch of Starline brass in 375 Winchester caliber. Look at that beautiful Starline brass. And these are like anything the 357 Maximum can do, the 375 Winchester can do better. Kind of like a song title. But the 357 Maximum's a very good round, and the 375 Winchester should be right in there and even better. Now, of course, being an old black powder cartridge, the 3855, you gotta get a black powder type of loading and also smokeless with cast bullets, right? So I got the Lee mold in 375 caliber, happens to mic out at 379, and that lets us be able to size it to anywhere from 376, 377, 378. We can size all of those, and that'll be made possible by Lyman, who makes sizing dies in all those dimensions. So this is a 2-cavity Lee mold. Look forward to casting those for the 375 Winchester. Now, you might wonder, what kind of rifle am I going to get? Am I going to get one of those old Winchester big bore 94s, which is what Winchester came out with to handle some high intensity cartridges like the 375 Winchester? It was like a beefed up Model 94 Winchester. No, I'm not going to get one of those. I would if I could, but no, I'm not going to get one of those. What I'm going to get instead is a Thompson Center Encore barrel chambered in 375 Winchester. That should be fun. I'll probably get it in the 1 in 12-inch twist instead of the 1 in 16, so I can get better stability of the 37 caliber bullets, even at a little bit less feet per second. It's cold outside, and I haven't warmed up yet. Well, listen to that ice coming off the roof. Okay, anyway, that's good. But now, I got here a Frankfurt Arsenal aluminum powder funnel kit. And you've seen some videos on this already, but I'm going to give you my impressions of it. Do you really need this? Or is this something that basically you buy, but you don't reach for it firsthand when you're doing reloading? We'll find out. Give this a little run through. Here's something for you to think about. And the problem with buying this stuff is you exhaust your war chest. And I'm sorry to say, I just ran into a good deal at Midway USA. They have Varget powder in stock. Can you believe that? Varget powder. So I'm either going to have to float a loan or something to get some of that, because I only have like a little over a pound of that left, and I like to use Varget powder. But it's a great powder, and if you need some powder for rifle shooting, can't go wrong with Varget. It's available right now as we speak from Midway USA. And for me telling you this, you might go out and buy it and buy up their stock, and then when I want to get some, there won't be any left. But that's okay. Like I said, I still have a little over a pound left, so it's not like I'm desperate for it. So why am I telling you about Varget powder? And that is because you might have somebody that is looking for a last-minute gift for you for Christmas, and wants to spend maybe $50 on you or something like that. Well, Varget powder is right up your alley. You might drop a hint and get the last-minute gift suggestion for somebody who wants to buy you something. Well, I remember when my wife Jan and I were courting, and I was really lucky in those days when she was trying to buy a gift for me. She was looking for something to get, and I told her, well, you know, a reloading press is always good, and she wound up buying me a Bear H press. That was really nice. And another year, when we were courting, she bought me a casting pot, a Seiko that I used for many years. Well, if you're lucky enough to have a real babe that wants to get you something, and she's got some money because she works hard, let her know that the Forster coax press is right now, as we speak, in stock at Mid-South Shooter Supply. And I haven't seen this press anywhere for years. So if you got a babe that's really looking to buy you something nice, then drop a hint, and it's not too late. Mid-South Shooter Supply. The Forster coax press, perhaps the best single stage press you can get in terms of strength, accuracy, and durability. The U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit loads their precision ammo with Forster coax presses, among other things, but this is what they go for, and they got more than one of those things at the U.S. Army Marksmanship Unit. We know about that. We'll be using this press in future videos out of the Cookie Shack Reloading Video Studio. Happy holidays, bye for now. And heating up by the fire